folder called inline CSS. One folder inline CSS. One more folder you will create internal CSS. One more folder you will create external CSS. One more folder you will create import CSS. So this is the type of CSS. CSS is of 4 types. So we created the 4 folder and we will create the files folder wise. Okay, we'll create the file folder wise so that all the inline CSS example will be one place, internal example another place, external separate, and import also separate. Now here you can create one text file. Give the file name CSS developer guide. CSS developer guide. Okay. So hope you are ready with the folder. Inline, internal, external, import, as well as one text file CSS developer guide. One text file CSS developer guide. Okay, text file CSS developer guide. Now we will open the CSS developer guide first. We can write few lines of notes. How CSS work, how many type of CSS we have. Okay.
So the frame set shows that it is no longer used in HTML.
Because of that, we are not spending much time on frame set.
What we alternate
HTML and CSS. Open now this file. Which file? CSS developer guide. In CSS developer guide, you will write here CSS called cascading style set. Okay, what it has? It has collections of only property and values. Only property and values. CSS has only collections of property and values. What we are going to do of this property value? The property value, the property values, property and values used to change the look and feel. The property and value used to change the look and feel of web page. The property value used to change the look and feel of the web page. It is, we can write, it is collections of only property and values, and the property and values used to change the look and feel of web page. Next line you can write HTML has collections of tags with limited property value. Okay. HTML has a lot of tags, even it has a property value, but it's a limited. HTML has collections of tags with a limited property and value. Now, when you are going to design the web page, what we will do? When we create a responsive page, then how it will come? From HTML, we'll take the tags plus from CSS, we'll take the property and value. Property and values. From HTML, we'll take the tags, and from CSS, we'll take the property values. Both will combine together. After that, your page will become responsive page. It will become better look and feel, and it will work in all the devices. Now come to the next point. So what is the use of the CSS here? You can see one line we have written. It represents HTML has tags with the limited property value. While doing assignment, you might have seen button color you cannot change, border color you can't change, something happening, something not happening. Those all are the because of limited property value in the CSS. Now, limited property value in HTML. Yes. Now CSS says, right, I have lot of property and values. So you should not be dependent on HTML property value. From HTML, you take the tags, and from CSS, you take property value, combine together, and then create the page. Your page will be perfect because all type of property values are available in CSS. Now, when you are going to merge HTML tags and CSS property value, how many way you can merge? So that you can write here type of CSS. Type of CSS. How many type of CSS we have? Okay, so one we have called inline. Second we have internal. Third we have external. Fourth we have import. Inline, internal, external, and import. This four method of CSS will help you to achieve all type of design related functionality. In that first method, not in use. Okay, you can write here very less. Very, very less. Only for understanding purpose. Only for learning purpose you can write. Only for learning purpose. It has multiple type of problems. You can understand once you create query, for example, automatically will come to know I should not write the inline CSS. We should follow next method, internal, external, or import instead of inline. Okay. Now, how you will write the CSS? Let me write here a syntax. While writing the CSS, there will be tag name. It can be any tag name, open, and tag name will be close. Now for that tag, now you will call the style equal to, inside that you will write property colon value semicolon property colon value semicolon next property value property number 2 colon value semicolon property number 3 colon value, right? And after that you will write here the next as a contents or I kept in a new line look like difficult to read. Hold on, try to accommodate in the same line with the 2 property value. Okay, next tag will be here and your contents will come here. Contents. Below to that, we'll write the next line as a example. As a example. Now you can see here, you can open a tag called maybe p tag, close the p tag. Okay. For this p tag, you can use the property style equal to text color, red color, and background color, background as a green. Height, assume 200 pixel. Next, after that, inside this p tag, we can write here something. Hello, hi, something. Okay. So it represent the p is the tag name. For that, list of property and value you are going to call from the CSS using the style property, style open and close, double quote, single quote, anything can follow. Inside now, the property and value, color become property, red become a value. Between property and value, you have colon, semicolon represent end of the value. Again, next property you can write colon, value, semicolon, semicolon represent the end of the value. Right, separator between 2 property and value, you will use called colon, and the value will end by semicolon. Right, so everywhere you can add n number of property and value, but every value must end by semicolon. Every value must end by semicolon. So this become one inline example. This is called as a inline example. Okay. Now we will create few examples using inline CSS to understand how we are going to write inline CSS. Okay, but inline CSS we are not going to use much. Even on inline CSS, we will not spend much time. But to understand how to use property and value, maybe sometime requirement will come. You have to write somewhere in the quick one line of CSS. Then you can manage through inline. So today files you will create under the inline folder. Inline CSS we have created a folder. In inline CSS you will create the examples. Create one file called example1.html under inline CSS folder. Okay, we created the file example1.html under the inline CSS folder. Example1.css under the inline CSS. Let's follow HTML and then body tag. For body itself, first write the property style equal to BG color, not BG color, background. BG color is a property of HTML. Background is the property of CSS. Background, any color, red, green, blue, anything right, end with the semicolon and run. Okay, written, run this file. Background should come in red color. So instead of that, in HTML, we have written BG color equal to red. So background will be red. So here property got changed, right? Come next. Next, you will write one, assume p tag itself. Under p tag, write some text. Any text you write. Next, change the look and feel of this p tag. Style equal to background white color and width 300 px. Let's keep height also 300 px. Okay, so height and width both are 300 by 300. Background will be white color and text will come by default is a black color. Save now. Every value must end by semicolon. You can see after value semicolon is there, semicolon is there. Last semicolon is optional, but you should keep to give the semicolon everywhere. You should keep a habit to write semicolon at end of every statement. Okay, rotate. See now, background color of paragraph should come in white color and height and width should be something like this, 300. Write one more p tag. There also we can add ABCD. Something. Keyboard is not visible. You can on the light if you need. This light. After owning that light, this projector will be visible. And then on that light is there on. In projector, that brightness is late. Brightness is late, so it's not much visible in when if the light is on. Saturday, tomorrow or day after tomorrow, then change the something inside. Then brightness will get increased. Next, after this, let's go inside. A style equal to background is sky blue color. Width similar or increase that 400 px. Height, let it be 300 px. Okay, height 300 px and width 400 px. We'll check it once. Okay, so hope you added second paragraph. Check now. Something like this. Now, what is the property value that you saw? Height represent the height of the division paragraph. Width is setting the width for the paragraph, right? Background is setting the background of the paragraph. Next, another behavior of paragraph you can see, right? Another behavior of paragraph you can see. One paragraph is in the first line and second paragraph gone to the new line. When we have gone through HTML, we have focused a lot on, we have two type of element. One is called inline element, another one is called block level. Inline element, inline tag will print in the same line and block level tag will go to the new line. Now paragraph you can see, lot of space is there in the right side after first paragraph, huge space is there, no? Still second paragraph is gone to the new line. Reason is the nature of element is block level element. It will not print in the same line. You have to change their property. You have to change the behavior of element. You have to change the behavior of tag from block to inline. So that if a space remains available in the same line, then the instead of going to the new line, it will fit in the same line. Correct? For that, we have 2-3 type of property. We can use both property and we'll understand one by one. Okay. Now look into the code. You can see you wrote one as a background. So background is one property and value you have written as a white. So how many type of value can be? Unlimited color name. Width is the property and 300 px here written. So it can be percentage 300, 200, anything, right? Height we have written the property plus 300 is the value. So you can say overall property will remain same and the values will get changed. Values will change according to our need. What you want to design, how you want to design. So most multiple places the property will remain same, but the value will get changed. And according to value, the design also will get changed. Okay. So the person who remember a lot of property and values from the CSS, they can design the better page. Okay. Learning the CSS represent, you have understood some tags from HTML4, not from the HTML5. We will be under the CSS. Under the CSS, we'll be using the both the tags from HTML4 also, from HTML5 also. Once we come in JavaScript, then again some pending part of HTML5 will cover. Because your HTML5 is not only HTML5, some portion is based on, you can say CSS, some portion is based on JavaScript. Okay. Now property and value is the next matter. So we will keep making the notes of property value and we'll write example, we'll understand, note, we'll write example, we'll understand and we'll make a note. The background you have written, you can write the background using 10 types. I'm not talking about the value. Value is unlimited, but the property called background. Background color, background image, background, you can say image only, but value will be multicolor combination. Again, background color only, but RGBA, multiple ways we can set the background. Okay. So we can come to the developer guide, and in developer guide now, you will write list of properties and values. See your property, what you are writing, either it's a inline CSS, internal, external, import. In all the method, the property will be same. In all the methods, we have written here, inline CSS not in use. Okay. Inline CSS not in, that is fine. Okay. But for learning purpose, to understand how the property value work, it is important. Quickly, in one line, you will come to know this is working like this. So we will be spending some time on inline CSS also to get idea quickly, okay, how property and value work. Hello. Hello. Okay. Okay, so we have lot of properties and values. We will be making the notes also of certain property value and will implement. So in all the method, inline, internal, external, import, in all the method, your property will remain same. Like suppose you have written here called height property. So height property is available in CSS, inline, internal, external, everywhere. The places will get changed. The way of implementation will get changed. Okay, property value remain same. Right here, list of property and values. List of property and values. One you wrote called height. You are going to implement using 3 ways. 3 ways. Okay. You have written the width. You will implement using 4 ways. The background you have written, we will be implementing using 9 ways. Okay, 9 types. So height we have 3 types, width we have 4 types, background we have 9 types. Okay. Then after that, we will understand that 3 types of height after 1 or 2 example or 3 example once you get little more idea on some more property value. Now next you are going to write called property called float. Okay. Float property you have what it do? It convert from block level element to inner line. Element word, you remember what is that? Element word. Element is nothing but HTML tags. Wherever you see the word written called element, okay, if it is a JavaScript example, element represent two things. In JavaScript, element word represent the two things. One is the value inside the array, that is also called element, and another one is the HTML tags, also called as a element. Okay? So here element is representing the HTML tags, not the element of the array, okay? Not the value of the array. So we can say it converts the block level element to inline. If you have any tag as a block level, it will convert from block to inline using the property called float. Float we have, as well as we have called display we have, as well as we have the grid system also. So we will be learning this converting from block to inline total using three ways we are going to implement. Only block to inline, not inline to block. For that, we have another one, display property. Okay, and we have one more that is called as a flex. That come under the this one only, that come under the display flex. We have display, we have three types. Okay, and then after that, we have another one is called as a you can say flex box. There we will be implementing display only, but in different ways, row wise as well as column wise. Float, you have two value, predefined value. One is called left. If you write float left, then what will happen? Your element will print from the left side. It print tags from left to right. Okay, if you are writing float right, it print tags from right to left. There can be a requirement that your content should print from the right side. And there can be requirement your content should print from the left side. Okay. So if you want to start from right side, then you have the tag called float right. Okay, property you have called float and it has the value called right. And if you want to start from left side, then float left you have. Okay, fine, save now. Next file you create example2.html, same folder, inline only. Example2.html. Example2.html. Start from HTML again, follow the body tag, and you will create one div tag. Div is a tag that will help you to divide the page into multiple blocks. Division, div for division. Like if you are dividing any area in multiple parts, you can use this tag. Let's call it a div. But div will not work individually. It needs a CSS. Okay, if you are writing the div, it works like a paragraph. It will print in the new line. So using CSS, you have to make it whichever the property you want to apply, and then after that, you can design any layout. You can create a number of block, row wise, column wise, everything, but CSS is required. Now right here, style equal to style equal to, first write float left, float left. Then write background red. Write height 200 pixel, width also 200 pixel, height 200 pixel, width 200 pixel. Okay, height 200, width 200, background is a red color. Keep inside one. Copy the same division and paste again. Using same property, everything. Background will be different. Green. And the change the value as a 222. Save it. You will find now this division will not go to the new line. It will fit just one after other in the same line. You can remove float left also and then try. It will go to the new line. First, let us check it with the float left where it is printing. Okay, hope ready. Save now. Check once. Coming side by side. First is the one, second is the second. So it is fitting left to right. First one is the left, second one is the right. Okay.
This is block level.
Block level elements. I'll show you. Now right call float right. Then see where it is coming. Float right. Both the places. Float right. Float right. Check now. Where is print? Red will become the first and white green become the second. So when he wrote float left, red was the first only, but from the left side. When he wrote float right, still red is the first, but from the right side. Okay. Direction will get changed. Left to right and right to left. Hope writing everyone. Please check it. Okay, next after this, if you look into the browser, this float left, right, we understood. Now to understand whether really it is a block level element or not, let me remove the float from both the places. You can also remove the float from both the places and then check. Is that in the same line or new line? After removing the float left, float right, you can see both are going to the new line. It is not in the same line. New line represent, it is called as a block level tag. It's a print in the new line that represent as a block level tag. Now with the help of float left and right, we have managed it. We have directed from the right to left. Control J you can do. Still it will come from the right to left. Okay. Now next question is, when you look into the browser, then it will come. Red green is coming one after another. Requirement says apply some space between both. Apply some space, maybe left side, right side, top, bottom, or all the side, or maybe only in between. So how to apply the space? VR will give the break one after another. It will not give the space side by side. Okay. So we have another property called margin. Margin, like it is cell spacing. Okay. Margin property will help you to give the space surrounding the container. Surrounding represent, this is the green block. Surrounding represent top, bottom, left, and right. Even it has a property called margin left, margin right, margin top, margin bottom. Any of the side you want, you can give the space, or all side you want to give a space, you can give. Okay. So we will make a note, we'll create a next example. There we'll understand how we can give the space and how many way we can give the space. Okay. So go to the developer guide and write another property called margin. Margin. Next property we have called margin. It apply a space. It apply a space outside of element. Outside of element. As from all side. As from all side. From left side, from right side, from top side, etc. Okay. You will use the first property called margin colon auto. Margin auto. It align element. It align element in center of present area. Okay, what it do? It align the element in center of present area. Like normally we have seen whenever we create any type of tag, our tag start from the left side, right? That start from the left side. Any tag, whenever you write any tag, it will start by default from the left side. If you apply margin auto, it will not start from the left side. Like you are running a assume like paragraph, and for paragraph you have written margin auto. So that paragraph will not start from left side. Paragraph will come exact in the center of the screen. Okay, it will leave half in the left, half in the right, and it will take required space in the center of the screen. That's called as a margin auto. Now, how it will work? Our next example will guide us. Example 3 you can write. In that we can use margin auto. Margin auto.html, not margin auto, example 3.html. Okay, come down, go to the example 3 file. In example 3 file, in example 3, let's follow again same HTML body, and from previous file, one division you copy paste here. From previous file, one division you copy paste here, right call. This is margin auto. This is margin auto. Okay, margin auto. Now let's go here. Float property you remove from here. Instead of float property, apply margin auto. Margin colon auto. And then see this division exact, it will come in the center of your screen. Complete, it will come in the middle of this margin auto. Okay, got margin auto. So where is print? Center, complete in center. Okay, at any size of the screen, if you go, it will be always in the middle. That is called margin auto. Mobile phone also it will come in the middle. Laptop, desktop, whoever will open any screen size, in current screen size, it will take the required space, and remaining space half will be in the left side and half will be in the right side. But only this margin is not sufficient. We have many more. So we can make a note, then we'll implement. Right? So you got it? Margin auto. till date, whichever the website you have opened in your laptop, if you notice, all the website come in the middle of your screen. It leave equal space in the left and equal space in the right. Okay, you can notice from today. Whenever you open any website, correct, it will not come completely in the left. It will leave equal space in the left and equal space in the right. Okay, so everywhere we write the margin order. Occupy the 90% of the screen and margin order. So it will take the 90%, remaining how much? 10%, 5% automatically it will leave in the left, and 5% automatically it will leave in the right. And that is the part of which one? Margin. Okay. So hope it's look like this. Okay. Now we are coming to the again developer guide right here. So, margin colon 30 px. Margin colon 30 px. If you write margin 30 px, 40 pixel, 50 pixel, 1%, 10%, what will happen? It will leave equal space from all the side. 30 pixel from top, from left, from right, from bottom. All the side will have a gap of 30 pixel. Margin auto. Come down. In case if you want to give a space only from left, margin hyphen left will help us. Percentage pixel your wish. Margin hyphen right, it will give you a space only from right side. You write in pixel or write in percentage. Margin hyphen top will give you equal space from, not equal, it will give you certain space from the top side. And same way, margin hyphen bottom. It will give certain space from the bottom side. People ask interview, what is the box model, right? So the calculation of spacing inside the screen, we have a space. You are going to utilize that space, and you are going to utilize in such a way where all type of a screen will have the similar behavior, similar type of design. So in that case, question will come, what is the box model? So the way to calculate a space inside the element and the way to calculate the space out of the element in such a way where the output remains same in all the browser, in all the screen, right? That technique is called a box model. Their margin will play the role, padding will play the role. Okay, how much space inside and how much space outside. Okay, in a small screen, what should be the number of blocks, and in large screen, how many should be number of blocks. Okay, that come under what? Box. Okay. So we'll go to the same margin file and we'll implement some more. So we'll get some. Okay. So rotate. So how many way you can give the space? Margin, auto, margin 30 px, margin left, margin right, margin top, margin. Okay. Here also we can write 30, 40 pixel. Let me write here. It will be clear for you. Suppose if I write here 30, 30, 30 and 30. What represent? It represents from left, from right, from top, from bottom, gap of 30. We have shortcut also. Let me write here one line, only margin. Okay. This is called shortcut. Last one. Margin 30 pixel, 10 pixel, 40 pixel. Then you will ask why you wrote 3 number. Okay, you can write inside. The first number reflect from the top. Second number reflect from left and right. Left plus right. and the last number reflect from the bottom. So instead of writing 4 times, margin left, margin right, margin top, margin bottom, you can manage it one line also. That is called shortcode. So first number top, second number left, right, and last number from the bottom. So top how much? 30 pixel. Left, right how much? 10 pixel. 10 pixel left, 10 pixel right, and bottom how much? 40 pixel. If you are not using the shortcode, first you have to write margin top 30 pixel. Then you have to write margin left 10 pixel, margin right 10 pixel, and margin bottom 40 pixel. So total how many lines? 4 lines. Instead of 4 lines, we can manage through single line. So that is called shortcode. This all what you have written, it is in the positive number. We have negative number also. Margin, how many we have written? This left, right, top, bottom 4 you have written. No? You can write in minus also. If you write margin top minus 100 pixel, margin top minus 100 pixel, what will happen? Margin top minus 100 pixel. Means you wanted to start a certain line. Don't start from there. Go inside 100 pixel and then start from there. That is called margin minus. Sometime you will see in the website, in the left side or right side, there will be option called, you can say Facebook or here, there. And once you click on that, you will find from the right side, one form will open. Sometime you'll find from the left side, the form will slide in. Correct? That's called what? Form is there only, but by default, margin left minus 300. Margin left minus 300. So where it is? It is in the page only, but it is inside, not visible to the user. Once you click through JavaScript, you change the margin left minus 300 to margin left plus 300. It was inside. Now what will happen? It will come outside. We feel like form is open. Correct? That happened through the minus property. So I'll guide you once you come in half of the CSS under the internal or external. Okay, now go this margin property. We'll write in the same file, example 3 only, we'll add some more things. Right here, another division or maybe P tag also you can write. It is not like only division only you can write. Any tag, any block level tag you can write. Style equal to margin 30 pixel, background red color only. Next, after that height, let's keep 200. Width also keep 200 pixel. And right float left, so that it should start from the left side. See, inline CSS, you saw, it look like very congested. Tag name plus lot of property value. That is the problem of inline CSS. Okay, that is the problem of inline CSS. There is no other problem. Problem is your HTML code will become heavy because of CSS. HTML and CSS together we have to write. And some more problem we will see further now. This is P1. This is P1. Save it. Okay. Now let's run it. See where it is going. Paragraph came in the left side. See the gap. Some gap is there in the left. It will have equal gap from all the sides. Now same p tag, you copy and paste 6-7 times. Same p tag, copy and paste say 10-12 times, and then see what will happen. If one p tag is running, copy the same p tag, paste after this. Paste after this. Okay, save it. Paste after this. Paste after this. Paste it. It is not paper, so we'll waste the paper, right? Once we erase, what will happen? Paper will be free. Just paste many times, 10-12 times, and look into the output. Copy is done. Look into the browser now. Coming like this. What is the gap between two elements? 30 pixel from left and 30 pixel from right. 60 pixel. 30 pixel from top and 30 pixel from the bottom. So one paragraph is leaving little, not little, you can say 30 pixels surrounding. Second paragraph will also leave 30 pixels surrounding. So 30 pixel of first and 30 pixel of second will become 60 pixel. Top to bottom, I think you can see here, left to right, if you see, the gap is little less, but top to bottom gap is little more. Are you able to find that? Yes. Because of p tag. P tag has by default little gap. Where to where? Top to bottom. Between two p tag, there is 8 pixel gap. 8 pixel. So if you see left to right, between these two, little less gap, whereas top to bottom, little more gap. How much is extra? 8px. 8px is extra. Okay. Why that happen? Because division will not leave any extra space. Div tag will not leave extra space, but p tag will leave little extra space. Let me come to my code, and what I will do is I will find out this p tag. Control Z. Wait. Your let it be p only. Yours let it be p only. Yours let it be p itself. I'll change to div. 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 And after that, I'll copy this. Paste. 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 Paste and paste. Okay. So I pasted so many times. Now you are finding little equal here and here. The space of this and a space of this should be exact equal, because the paragraph will leave by default 8 pixel gap. Then you will say the gap of this and gap of this looking like close by. Why it is looking close by? Look at here. If you look into the first division, before that you can see there is some gap. Some gap before paragraph. What is that? That is 8 pixel. Again, that is also 8 pixel. Okay. Surrounding the body, inside the body, surrounding, there is a gap of 8 pixel by default. The body tag have a margin of 8 pixel by default. So you can see the gap of this and gap of this not equal. Or you can calculate like this. Between first division and this division, gap is coming little. How much is that? That will be only 30 pixel. That is only 30 pixel, because first division is not leaving any pixel from any side, but second division is leaving how much? 30 pixel. That is here. But again, in the left side also, if you see, the first division is also leaving here 30 pixel, but this gap is more compared to this gap. This gap is more compared to this because here it is not only 30. 30 plus 8. 8 is the body tag. Let me show you. I'll go here and for body tag, I'll write here style equal to margin 0 px. So 8 pixel gap was there. I replaced with the 0 pixel. Now you look into the page. Gap got reduced. So this gap and this gap both are equal. 30 px. Plus this gap is double of first gap. Why? Because one division is leaving 30 in the left also, 30 in the right. So 30 of first block and 30 of second block will be 60. So when we are going to calculate the total screen width and you are going to fit number of division equally in all the devices, that time we have to calculate this space. How much you need? 200. How much you are leaving? 100 in the left, 100 in the right. So 100 of left and 100 of right, 200. 200 gap plus 200 actual space become how much? 400. Now if you are dividing the screen equally, then you will not calculate only 200. You will calculate 400. Then only it will fit properly. Else one will come in the one line and second will go to the. We have a separate example for that. We will be coming after learning some. So margin related how many properties of 6, 7? Let's come to the next example. Or before going to the next example, look into the current page. Okay. In current page, overall, how many division we have copy paste? All the division have the similar output. Output is similar, no? Like look design is similar. Now question is, when you look into the code, this margin 30 pixel, background red, height 200 pixel, width 200 pixel, float left, how many times you have written? Same property is first division and same property also for the second division, same property also for the third division, same property value also for the fourth one. That meaning the same CSS code you have made copy and paste. In case, now if you calculate the weight of your file, look at here, one place you have written this many, right? That's called as selected is 67 character. Now 67 character, you are repeating total 10, 12 times, right? Inside one page, if you want to create 100 blocks like this, then 67 character will repeat how many times? 100 times. Now, code will become duplicate. Code become duplicate. Code become duplicate. Same code you are repeating again and again. Your file weight will increase. File will become heavy, right? After that, you can say if you want to modify anything, you have to modify all the places, correct? After that, when you run this page you will upload in the server. Server will be in the Chennai, Mumbai, somewhere, USA. Customer will be in India. They will open your page. Page is in the server. From server, one copy has to come to user computer. Then only it will execute. Now file is heavy. So what will happen? It will take long time to load. Page will become slow. As soon as your page is slow, user will say, sorry, I'm going to office. We'll see you in the evening. He will close the page, right? If user open the page and page is still in process and user has closed the page, Google will understand. Google will understand saying like one user has opened your page and he has closed in between because it was not loading properly. User experience become bad. At the same time, Google will make a record also, one bounce rate. Okay, again one more customer will open. It will take longer than expected. Again, Google will make a record. Your page is taking long time to load. From tomorrow onwards, Google will say, sorry, experience is bad. I will not display your page in Google search. Your page will not come in Google search. Page will not come in Google search. User will not open the page. User will not open the page. Website will be just for your family purpose only. Correct or not? So this all happen from where? Because of inline CSS. But we understood, okay, margin how it work, background how it work, float left how it work, HTML and CSS you are writing together. Connectivity is happening properly, right? Market will not use this method. Which method? Inline CSS. Rarely, in case if you have something very urgent, you don't want to go to the entire CSS code, you want to fix quickly, no problem. Go to that line and write one CSS. Problem will be fixed. Problem is fixed, but the problem will start also. Okay, next problem will start. And how many times you are writing inline CSS in your page? When your page will go for the auditing, that's called site auditing. Okay, then whichever the auditing tools are available in the market, including Google bots also. Google have multiple algorithm. Okay, so all the algorithm will say you have written 3 times inline CSS, there is 3 error in your page. You have written 100 inline CSS, there is 100 error in your page. Okay, they will reject the page. Will say like not up to mark. Let's fix it and then come back. Okay, so these all are the problem of what? Inline CSS. Right? Then we have to adopt the next method that market follow. That is called internal, external, import. Compared to internal, external, and import, internal also you will find some problem, but 90% solution, 10% problem. Under external CSS, 98% solution, 2% problem. Under import CSS, 98% problem, only 2% solution. Okay, so again, you started from inline, you went to the internal, then you jump to the external. Because of 2% problem, you will go to the import, and import you will find 98% problem, you will come back to the external. Okay, then overall market use which method? External. Everywhere external. Okay, I'll guide you. What are the problem in which level? In inline, you saw the problem, what is happening, right? We will make a note of this problem. Okay, come to the our CSS part. You have written one place inline CSS, not in use. Why not in use? Just right here. You use it, you saw that, okay, how we can use, but we are not going to spend much time on inline CSS. Okay, inline CSS is just like that only. Okay, property value for right. It is 1-to-1. 1-to-1. Okay, it is 1-to-1. It is 1-to-1. What is 1-to-1? How many paragraph you copy paste today? 10 times. For one paragraph, one set of CSS. For second paragraph, again same set of CSS. For next paragraph, again same set of CSS. So for each paragraph we are writing. For each paragraph you have did copy paste, no CSS code. That is called 1-to-1. One CSS code, only one time. Again one more CSS code, again only one time. Okay, so it's called write once and use only one time. Okay, so we can write here. Write CSS code one time and use only one time. Write CSS code one time and use only one time. Next, after that, if you're writing 1-to-1, what problem is going to come? If 1-to-1, then code duplicate will happen. Okay, if you're writing same code again and again, definitely code duplicate will happen. Right below, if code is duplicate, if the code is duplicate, then file weight will increase. Right? These all problems are connecting to each other. Saying like, yes, 1 to 1, then what happened because of 1 to 1? Code will become duplicate. And if code will be duplicate, you have a similar requirement again and again. You have to do copy paste. If code is duplicate, definitely file will become heavy. Next point it says, heavy file take long time to load. If file is heavy, will take long time to load. Okay, if file is heavy, will take long time to load. Now, if page is slow, if a page is slow to load, user experience may be bad. User experience may be bad. Right? If user experience is bad one day, next day, he will not refer anyone to open the website. And he will not feel like, okay, let's open. As soon as he will see in Google, say, leave here, it's very slow. Okay. Now you can write here, Google will reject the page. Google reject from search engine. Google reject from the search engine. Next, we will write code modification will be complex. Will be complex, right? In the last, we can write, but learning point of view, it's easy. Learning point, but for learning. But for learning, it is easy to understand. Easy to understand. Understand. You can easy to understand. Learning point of view, it is easy to understand. Market is not going to ask these all things. What is the difference between inline, internal, external? But as a developer, when you are going to develop something, correct? Your code can make application super fast and your code can make application super slow. Okay, your code can make client in the loss and your code can make client in the profit. Now what you want? You want the company should close or company should grow? Okay, your wish. So while writing the code, we have to look all point of view, whether my output is correct or not, what will happen in the future, when high traffic will happen, page will load fast or not, search engine will reject my page or not. As a developer, you are writing the code. Marketing point of view also you have to do, because you are going to work on web application. It will come in front of the user. The customer who is spending the money to develop the application, he will go for marketing after development. Company spend only 30% budget for the development and 70% for the marketing. 30% for development, 70% for the marketing. Development only one time and marketing full lifetime. Okay. Time to time, modification will happen, bug fixes will happen, maintenance will happen, but marketing will be strong always. Okay. So in development also, developer will develop one time and tester will test 5 times. You test manually, you test automated, you test through the something, you can say load balancing, code review, everything will happen. Then only it will come in front of the user. Okay. So we'll see you again next day. Tomorrow, which day is it? Tomorrow is Saturday. So we'll not log in tomorrow. We'll log in on Monday. Monday will cover lot of property value and it will become very good interesting. You will start comparing from the day-to-day life. Then after Monday class, you will understand the CSS from W3 also. What we have written today, inline CSS, it is not available in W3. W3 start from the internal. They don't start from the inline. Okay. So after Monday class, we will understand the CSS from internet anywhere. Okay. Okay. Thank you.